Hello and welcome. This is rooflemonger, my friend. So Mai Shiranui is out, and naturally with a new character, well, comes an update to World Tour for Street Fighter 6. So as much as I like figuring out combos, tech, Oki safe jumps, all that when a new character comes out, I also like deep diving into World Tour to see what's new. And turns out there's a fair bit more than I thought. Like, wait a second, that move, that's not a Street Fighter move. Hey, wait a second, what's going on here? What's going on here? What's this? So in this video, we're just gonna dive into all the Mai stuff, all the references, all the secrets, all the lore that's in the Mai update for World Tour. Naturally enough, lots of cool Mai moments, lots of little references to just SNK in general, as you would expect, and as we just hinted at earlier, some optional super bosses at the end of everything. So let me walk you through how all this plays out. So the Knockout Festival continues. Knockout KO Festival F KOF. It probably doesn't mean anything. And this time around for Mai's inclusion, well, it's 2v2, team-based fighting. I don't know if that'll ever take off. You need a partner now, so you got to find a partner. And when you know it, that Ichiko Kurino is up for grabs here. She needs a partner herself. She's not that good at the whole fighting thing, but yeah, we'll figure it out together. And during this, you'll fight, some classic people that you've seen before in World Tour, like Rudra and his not girlfriend, Mad Gear's own Thrasher Damned and Alyssa. And then we start hitting some of the references here, like Jae-hee and Hwang. Jae-hee is very clearly Jae-hoon, and Hwang is very clearly Dong. And these are Kim Kaphwan's two sons, who are in the Mark of the Wolves timeline, and Dong is also a playable character in the upcoming Fatal Fury City of the Wolves. So you beat up Kim's two dumb kids and you move forward. And speaking of dumb kids, we meet another pair here, so Shushu and Ray Ray. And these are very much a reference to the twins of Fatal Fury 3. Jin Chon-Rei, hence Ray Ray, and Jin Chon-Shu, hence Shushu. Not gonna lie, I kinda hate the Jin twins, but they did give us this moment. When Chon-Shu fights Joe, he says, "Joe Higashi, love the pants, pal. Too bad I'm gonna make you choke on them." We all know Joe has some world-class pants. After that, it's another pair from the previous KOF tournament, or Knockout Festival, I guess. And that is the Duck King pair. They are, as are we all, big fans of the Duck King lifestyle. Eventually you win, hey, you get a ticket to the Pow Pow Cafe, good stuff. It's there you find out that Ichiko Kurino lied to you. This has all been a setup for Mai to get into the Pow Pow Cafe. This is a problematic thing to me, that Mai is a liar. She used you for your body and your martial arts skill. Now the thing here for World Tour specifically, this actually directly ties in from her arcade mode, as she's trying her damnedest to find Andy as she thinks he's at the Pow Pow Cafe in Metro City, as it's newly open, and she just can't find it. And yes, you are reading that correctly. Juri immediately has problems with Mai. Juri kind of has problems with just about every other lady in the Street Fighter universe, but I would think that Juri seems to be intimidated by her looks a little bit. Eventually, the most helpful man in the Street Fighter universe shows up, E Honda, naturally enough. And she's looking for a place, a cafe with good eats. That's what she's been told, and Honda knows the place. Unfortunately, House Edoman is not what Mai had in mind. And she's more than a little confused. This is definitely not the Pow Pow Cafe. Honda's telling her you can't be Yokozuna if you get all fussy with the details of, what specific establishment. And she's more than a little rude, saying, "Who said I wanted to be a Yokozuna?" Mai, who doesn't want to be a Yokozuna? So to get to this point, basically Mai's been on the warpath trying to find Andy. So naturally enough, Andy's literally there and immediately ghosts her. And then leaves Terry to deal with Mai, because that's the Andy Bogard way. Which basically leads to the chain of events where, hey, Mai is going to be your master. It's World Tour mode. And Mai being more than a little suggestive here, it's time to bring you on board and get the whole World Tour thing started. I do want to mention this for the master cutscene just because it wasn't in the trailers. You saw this part, sure, right? But there's the part where the big ninja and the lady ninja are fighting with each other. She'll shove him out of the way, and he repays her treachery right after and just dunks her into the water over there. I like that. That was funny. And thus begins the World Tour experience. A hell of a lot of grinding involved, don't worry, we're skipping that. So let me show you the fun bits. So one of the first things Mai wants to do here is just kind of tour the world, see the sights. And when you know that entails a lot of already existing World Tour hubs. Fun, easy enough, right? In France, you have to be her photographer, and it does include this one lovely shot actually here with her with the Blanca-chan. And I don't know, that's a good shot, I like that quite a bit. You play some dress up for Mai in China here, just, you know, embracing the culture. Your World Tour character is a man of the world, after all. You both meet Blanca in Brazil and decide just to beat the holy hell out of him, because why not? And you duel Mai in the Colosseo as the ancient Romans would. It's during these adventures you get some of the gifts for Mai, such as heavy metal demo tapes. If you are unaware, Mai is very much a metalhead. The biker outfit for Mai is not just because it looks good on her, and hey, sure it does, right? But this is very much Mai's culture. Mai has lived in Southtown most of her life, and Southtown is very much a biker town. Lots of the baddies in the various Southtown games are bikers, and lots of the goodies in the various Southtown games are bikers. So no, Mai doing the whole biker look is not just some random thing that appeared one day. Metalhead leather jacket Mai has been a thing since the early 90s. If you didn't know, now you know. Now eventually Andy Bogard does show up, and yes, he has his own model as well. Not quite the generic create a character model, but not quite the fully detailed model a regular character would get, but definitely they put a little bit of extra time and effort into him. Also, he teaches you Zenaiken. This is his signature elbow in the Fatal Fury and King of Fighters games. So he can use it in World Tour, and it's just a regular move. So Mai's story in World Tour is, to me, a bit baffling, as they set up a destined battle, if you will, between Mai and Kimberly? Like, yeah, they're both ninjas. I get it, sure. But Mai sorta, kinda has a long-standing rivalry with Chun-Li, not Kimberly. And in Terry's World Tour mode, they gave him the fight against Ryu. Like, they let you do it, right? And, you know, just go from there. And it said Kimberly versus Mai. And I understand Kimberly hasn't done much. She hasn't made much waves since her appearance. But it just feels a bit forced to me. At least they do the thing. It's cool. The AI, they fight each other. You have no control over it. And because you have no control over it, Kimberly beat Mai in my version of the game, which feels off, but them's the breaks. They talk about ninjas and sneakers and a bunch of stuff like that. And that's about it. They're both very complementary to each other, which that is nice at the very least. Now, naturally, as part of World Tour, there's also a lot of learning about Mai, such as her costume. So she mostly liked the costume because, you know, it attracts attention, it's very pretty. Got away with the chainmail. Apparently, there's a chainmail version of the outfit, which I would love to see, honestly. My outfit 3 chainmail Mai, I'd pay $5 for that. But as per all the World Tour stuff, just a lot of lore dumps in between all the other sections. Learning about Shiranui style in and of itself, also how Mai met Andy. They are both naturally Shiranui practitioners, but during the whole, you know, issues with Geese Howard killing their adopted father, right? Andy and Terry both found ways to get stronger, and it was through Shiranui style martial arts that Andy, you know, got his martial arts journey and met Mai. Andy pays too much attention to the training and not so much attention to Mai, as Mai would put it. Mai also talks a lot about cooking during World Tour, and we can see here an adorable picture of very young Mai cooking for her grandfather. Also, all the arts depicting Hanzo might be the first time he's had official art ever. Mai also lets you know about these Metro City people. Like, you know, Metro City people are rude, they're disgusting, I don't care for them. Mai's not a fan and describes her arcade encounter with Jury. Now, I'm sure you're looking at that art right there and thinking, well, rooflemonger, that art has a lot of artistic value to it, really. Well, this is very much a reference to multiple forms of art. There's quite a few forms of official and lots of forms of unofficial art of Mai and Chun-Li just kind of face-to-face, chest-to-chest, as it were. And the fact that that's referenced there, but they don't have Mai interact with Chun-Li at all in World Tour mode is very, very odd. Mai also speaks on the King of Fighters tournament. But not that one, not that one, the other one, the Fatal Fury King of Fighters tournament. as King of Fighters is every tournament in Southtown. This counts the King of Fighters games, this counts the Fatal Fury games, and this also counts the Art of Fighting games. And this image pays respect to many of the characters in Fatal Fury, effectively mostly a who's who of the Fatal Fury franchise for Fatal Fury 1, 2, and Special. In the corners, we got big bads like Geese Howard and Wolfgang Krauser. Got some real heroes here like Raiden, Billy Kane, and Duck King. And the MFer himself, Cheng. Cheng is a prince, by the way. Now, along the way, there's more conversations just about like little things, like always talking about the outfit. Obviously, the outfit's kind of a iconic part of Mai's whole ordeal. And she talks about other people. People can't fight without their hats like Terry. People can only fight in shorts like Joe. So she's critical of other people's outfits as well. And during this whole time, she's very critical of Terry. Mostly because, as she would put it, Terry cuts into her Andy time. At points, she'll even refer to Terry as Goldilocks, which is a deep cut to the Fatal Fury 3 translation where Terry doesn't like being called Goldilocks and also likes to slut shame Mai. And we sort of close it all out here. Mai, like, straight up bad-mouthing Chun-Li, like, says, oh, you know, she's tough, not as tough as me, I'm way better. And, you know, good enough, Mai's confident, although she totally ducks Chun-Li in World Tour mode. Maybe they're saving that for City of the Wolves, where Chun-Li will be a guest DLC character. And then there's this. Lovely art, lovely art, but it is in no way canon. This is just the final art bit you get for completing Mai stuff in World Tour mode. As of yet in the SNK timelines, Mai and Andy are still not married. Lovely picture and all, but not done deal. Wait for City of the Wolves, then we'll see. But obviously, besides the wedding, lots of little cameos. Marissa, Manon, Chun-Li's there. Hotaru, Cammy holding a cat. Not sure if that's Sakura or Yuri in the background. On the other side, that's Blue Mary and Anton. And then Sakura or Yuri again. Cool stuff, but unfortunately, you do have to file this under What If for the time being. This is presented as a picture, nothing else behind it. Now, for the secret stuff. So during World Tour, eventually you can come across these various colored stones. Each of these stones corresponds to a secret boss in a secret location off to the side of the Mai map. You have to offer the Fox Shrine some various candy, so you need candy on you. And once you do, you unlock the secret shrine area inside of Mai's map. And from there, a hidden room with 5 bosses awaiting you, each one in accordance to one of the stones that you find. And each one of them has a special move from the Fatal Fury franchise. White has Geese Howard's infamous Shinku Nage throw. Red has the Hao Shokoken, which is the Omega Big Fireball in Art of Fighting every SNK franchise really, and used by quite a few different characters as well. Like Shinku Nage, it is also a very signature attack. Blue attacks with the styling of Duck King, and uses Duck King's giant bazooka knee, as you can see here. Black fights in the style of Kim Kapuan, and uses the Kapuan style dive kicks to beat your head in. Yellow fights in the style of Tung Fu Ru, the ancient master and teacher of Terry Bogard. And he's also, to me, the only one that was like even any kind of challenge. This move's actually kind of jacked up. So you travel around World Tour. It is specifically in the One Fateful Day, Terry and Mai specific part of World Tour. Travel around World Tour, you'll find people around the world that'll have the various stones, and they'll unlock these various fights for you. And what is the reward for beating these 5 hidden masters? Well, you unlock a special music app in your phone in World Tour mode, and you can add songs to it. I didn't know this wasn't already a thing, to be honest with you. I thought that was just something you could do anyways. I'm not going to lie to you, right? But that's kind of the reward. And you can go through the music player and listen to music, I guess. There's also a special lyrical song to be unlocked by beating all 5 bosses again, with very, very specific requirements. Honestly, doesn't feel like that big of a deal to me, but there you go. So there is optional side super bosses if you go on a bit of a, hide and seek game around the world to find the various stones for the characters. So that's the World Tour update. There's lots of little things. It's fun like it usually is. There's a lot of references like, hey, here's Bob Wilson. It does leave a few small questions though. It's not like mega hints, like say the Bison World Tour update where it's like almost screaming in your face, yo, Vega's the next playable character in Season 3. But there's something, and also some hints leading not to this game, but another game. Like, let's go back to World Tour here, right? There's something that's super innocuous. You don't think about it until I'm about to say something, and then you're gonna think about it.
Whew, still got my number, Terry.
Nah, this time was real close, eh?
Why does Andy have a voice? Someone got paid money to voice act Andy. Terry and Mai are voice acted naturally, and their voice actors are the same voice actors in both Street Fighter 6 and in City of the Wolves. So why does Andy speak unless he has a voice actor? If we're sharing voice actors between the games and Andy has a speaking role here, however small it may be, it raises questions for City of the Wolves. Because, you know, if we got a guy getting paid to voice lines, I don't know, it just says something to me. We already know that one of the new characters for City of the Wolves is either Hokoto Maru, which is Andy's student, or perhaps Andy himself. And that might be the nail in that coffin. I guess we'll find out. Other little things. So we know that Mai's World Tour area is not a stage, right? So the next stage will come with Elena in the next update sometime, probably in May. But this area is far, far too detailed and elaborate just to be a one-off, never to be used again World Tour area. Like, frankly, how is this not a stage? There is so much work in here. Like, this stage is more elaborate than some of the actual stages, to be honest with you. Like, maybe is this a free stage in Season 3? I can't just see this only existing here for this small thing. And frankly, not everyone's going to use World Tour, right? Like, World Tour, only a portion of the audience even cares about that. And the time and resources put into this just feels so elaborate for what it is. So maybe this will be a stage down the road, just not at the moment. That's sort of what I'm feeling right now. That said, the World Tour update was a pretty fun one here. You know, good little bits of story from Mai, good little moments and good little interactions. The secret boss area here at the end, with them having a lot of homages and references to the various Fatal Fury and just SNK game characters, I thought that was really, really nice. You can't use any of those moves, so, you know, that's a little unfortunate, I guess. But then again, maybe they're upping the move library because they're getting the moves ready for a Capcom versus SNK 3. You make all the animations now, so you don't have to make them later, right? Makes sense to me. Just speculating. I don't know. I think signs are pointing there. I think, honestly, a CVS 3 is much more likely than Marvel vs. Capcom 4 at this point. All I can say is it's very clear the Capcom team has lots of love and just reverence for the SNK games and the SNK franchises, as the World Tour updates, and well, both just Terry and Mai to begin with, are very clear in that. That all said, friends, that is everything you need to know about the World Tour update for the Mai patch, and well, now you know, and that's the video. So, thank you very much for watching. Hope this video has found you well, and go out and play some Street Fighter.